Kisumu County Government and County Authority Committee have strongly condemned the violence that disrupted a church service at St. Stephen's Cathedral in Kisumu, where two young men lost their lives. The incident has renewed concerns over the growing use of hired goons in political activities. Speaking to the media, Kisumu Governor Professor Anyang' Nyong'o denounced the use of goons in politics, saying such acts have no place in a democratic society. He also assured residents that those responsible will be arrested and persecuted, stressing that the government will not tolerate political violence or intimidation.
Two young men lost their lives as a result of that. Families have been plunged into mourning, and the city has once again been reminded that criminal violence carries consequences, not only for its direct victims, but for society as a whole. The County Security Committee, standing here in front of you, has resolved that organized criminal activity will be confronted with the full force of the law. We reject the tendency to dismiss such incidents as isolated acts or youthful indiscipline. What occurred in Milimani was organized criminal conduct, and it will be investigated and prosecuted accordingly.
Addressing the same, Women Representative Honorable Ruth Odinga also condemned the attack, describing those who disrupted the church service as hired goons. She said, "Goonism fuels fear, intimidation and extortion, forcing businesses and investors to relocate in search of safer environments." She further urged political leaders to embrace peaceful competition and respect democratic freedoms.
Business owners are scared of opening and looking for alternative locations where their business can thrive. We have cases of now some of our business people leaving the country and going to our neighboring countries because of the kind of the non-conducive atmosphere, business atmosphere in Kisumu. Even when Baba Raila Odinga was contesting, leaders from across the political divide, including former President Daniel Arap Moi, Mwai Kibaki, Uhuru Kenyatta, visited this region, campaigned freely, addressed our people, and left peacefully. The people listened, made their choices, and democracy prevailed.
Residents who spoke after the incident said places of worship should remain peaceful sanctuaries where people can gather without fear. They questioned why politicians would mobilize groups to disrupt a church service and endanger innocent worshippers.
Haikuwa tukio mzuri sana. Kama mwanabiashara mkaji wa Kisumu, nimeikemea. Kama tumeenda kanisani, mambo ikuwe maombi, lakini isiwe siasa. Tusiweke siasa katika mambo ya kanisa.
Kuna slogan yao wanasema that they work smart. Hakuna ku work smart. Wanasema work hard. Una work hard mpaka unasema hii mwaka ulianza na viatu na Mungu amekupeleka mpaka huko. Na wao wanasema wanataka ku work smart. At the age of 17 years, wewe unataka kuwa na vitu yenye mwenye ako na 50 years na wewe pia unataka ukaa kama huyu. So hiyo ndio inaleta problem.
Linda Ogweno, a Migosi Ward resident and aspiring woman representative, urged politicians to stop exploiting young people for political gain. She said, leaders should focus on empowering the youth through meaningful opportunities instead of recruiting them into criminal activities.
The fact that there was a fundraising towards that, what if that money went away? And with the type of weapons that we saw things like mishale, bows and arrows. These are things that are not manufactured in Kisumu. And for them to have been present in their numbers, it means somebody outsourced them, somebody mobilized for them. And therefore, we're expecting the police to give us answers because there was a money trail somewhere. The number of goons whom we saw who came to attack the church, all those people must have been mobilized by somebody. So these people who are mobilizing these goons, they need to be answerable. They need to answer to us and give us an explanation. We need to see arrests being done.
Addressing the same matter, religious leader Reverend Benson Odhiambo described the attack on place of worship as unfortunate and unacceptable. He called on politicians to stop using young people as tools for violence, noting that it is the youth who are often arrested, injured, or even losing their lives while politicians benefit.
Ukitumia watoto wengine kuhamasisha ama kitita mizizi hili jambo la vijana wanarika kutumika kuumiza watu, jua kwamba wewe uko na watoto, una watu ambao wanakutegemea. Utambiaje wale watu ambao watoto wao wamekufa pale? Utaombeaje watu ambao wameumia? Wale watu ambao wamepata majeraha ambayo wataishi nayo maisha yao yote, ulemavu ya maisha yao yote. So we are condemning it, and we're telling our leaders, let's stop this. This culture of goonism is wrong, and bribing or giving young people tokens so that you use them as goons is wrong. And whatever you breed today will catch up with you, because these same young people that you're giving tokens to do this, when you'll not be in power, when you'll not have those tokens to give them, what will happen? They will rise up against you. We saw that being done with the Mungiki sect. So wacha niwashow wase, life ni yako, na ukinyuria leo bro, ni wewe umenyuria, ni wewe umehata, wewe ndio utakuwa lose life yako. Guess what? Wale wasa ambao wameishia ama wameingia katika goonism wakakufa, wamenyuria, wameishia. Si kama pasi, hatufurahi kuzika majenzi ama vijana. Si it's not our joy. Hatupendelei kuzika hawa wase. Lakini guess what? Bro, ukinyuria leo brother, bro wako hatazikwa on your behalf. Okay? Huyo politician hatazikwa on your behalf. Ni wewe utazikwa kwa matanga yako brother. So please avoid goonism as young people. Hebu epukana na hayo mambo.
Reverend Benson encouraged young people to reject political violence and instead participate in the democratic process by registering as voters. He also urged those without national identification cards to apply for them so they can make their voices count through the ballot rather than through perpetrating violence.
Vote. Then there's very small chance, very minimal chance of watu kusema kwamba kura imeibwa. Lakini kama tuko na nafasi ya watu 700 per polling station na watu 200 wa vote, bro, tunadanganya nani? The difference between the current president's votes and the late right honorable Raila Odinga's vote in the last elections was only 200,000. 200,000. Kumanisha, in Luo Nyanza alone, the people who did go out to vote was 700,000. If those people came out to vote, Raila angekuwa prezi bro. So hebu wacha tuache mchezo bana. Tutoke, tuende, to register as voters and let us vote.
Reporting for County Splash TV, I'm Karen Owino.